Hi, Efisia. How are
Hi,
you doing?
Oksana.
So, we just meeting again, and the topic would be
The topic today will be Dolores Cannon, which is a fantastic woman, a pioneer about past life regressions, and she was a visionary. Was a lady that you know she was beyond of all the times, and I, especially in these days, I am. Meeting with brackets through the obviously the web, lot interesting people. Okay, they talking about this consciousness that is opening because you are
right.
opening every day more and more. There are two kind of people, okay, that I feel personally is a minority, the one that they refuse to see that we have a lot of changes, okay, and the other people that they are ready to know the truth, okay, the truth about us, about this planet, about why we are basically slave from this entity, because we are slaves from these entities for centuries. And this
Yes.
time, yeah, it's time for us to say stop, because is now is escalating every day, with the economy, with the energy, with the war, with the disease, okay, that they are set up. But this is why today, thanks to you, Oksana, because you are wonderful. You're
Thank
going
you.
to
You too.
you are, and you're going to connect with the beautiful Dolores Cannon, okay? And let's see.
She said, "I'm here, honey."
Oh,
It was this kind of like voice, like a little bit like man sounding. She's just she's like a ball of energy, but she's changing her shape a little bit here and there. She's like, when you see a molecule moving.
mm-hmm.
She asked, "What questions do you want answered?" I understand much better here without the body that was preventing me from understand much. Ask your questions. She created
Oh,
like a desk in front of me on a chair, and she
fantastic.
shape shifted into her how she looked.
Okay, do you want to
Here.
ask Oksana, or we ask, well, she's waiting for us to ask, or she can have a chat, or maybe she can talk.
She showed me something. She showed me a room, and then she brought a room divider. And one side of the room is white, another one is black. She says that's how you see reality. It's either good or bad. And she says, and the connecting door is in between. So you see on one hand, you see the consciousness growing. People are opening to new belief systems and to new ideas and to understanding more of the outside of the box. But on the other hand, there's still this agenda running and unfolding. Um, it's important to know both, but she says the thing is, like, you cannot escape at just like one tunnel, one room. You can switch rooms, but you would always be part of the other room, also of the other part of the room. Sorry. And so I can tell you that I was on the very positive part of the room, and she laughs like this. But because I believed everything was positive, the aliens were helping us, and everything was. She puts pink glasses on herself,
Mm-hmm.
like walk on the beach. The life is like that. Everything's done for you. But she says a lot of times things are done for you, but then they want something back from you as a payoff. So be careful. with what everybody does for you and how it's done. It has to be equality. It has to be I share some of mine, you share some of yours type thing. She says because this algorithm's running through balance act. And she's like showing me the acrobats. She says, see, if you lift your hand up when you do a handstand, you can fall. That's the thing. If you are laughing too much and too positive, it's almost like the system hits your other hand and you fall. She said, I'm not telling you not to laugh, but I'm telling you that gender is unfolding and people are waking up thanks to agenda. Your physical reality will show you now, especially now. Watch the physical reality. Don't just block the events happening in the world because they're supposed to show your eyes and send pictures to your brain processor about some things you need to work on or people are working on.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, the slave system in from like Russia is showing to people, look, you get the little note and you have to go to war, and if you don't, you go to prison. You're a slave. Everybody should understand. Some countries are more slaves than others. Some people are more enslaved than others. So the system of the draconian system that some draconian system give you freedom because they believe in watching the consciousness unfold, and they believe that if a person is free, that they can have more imagination coming, more ideas for them to use. That's why they're given freedom in the USA and other countries, because they want your ideas, they want your freedom of flowing ideas. Some other countries are more enslaved because they're more aggressive. They're more aggressive genes in them, and you know that. So they do gene manipulation. They make people heartless, as what we describe.
I have a question. How long we are? Because we have, I mean, I believe that we are enslaved. Okay, they are maybe less. They are less bad or less cruel, but we are slave. That's what I feel. There's not a brotherhood, a sisterhood. It's not a proper community where people they respect each other, they love each other like they used to be in the beginning of the humanity in this earth. Apparently in Atlantis, this is how it was, and then it was destroyed. This is what many people in the research they say. But now I would like to ask to Dolores if this slavery will going to finish and when.
She said we're in a food chain locked algorithmic program. It's a software of this world where everybody feeds off of each other, or at least if they don't control their program, they would. So everything is done for the reason of contributing a lot to your own self. And these algorithms have to fall apart for those who lived through them and understood. She says, much like children are so open, and she said, you know that, Oksana, based on your children, and they tell you what they see, aliens, but then they reach certain age and they start questioning, are aliens really exist? Maybe when I was little I was strange. Maybe I was imagining it. That means they step into the algorithmic programs of this reality, and they have to kind of walk through each box. It's like a computer box. You walk through it, you see that, okay, well, everybody believes in this. You try to believe in this, or force yourself to believe in that. But in that fact, but then if something inside, if your parents taught you to listen inside and it doesn't feel right, then you just abandon that box. You go through another one. That's how you accumulate experience of the AI generated programs, like you are in that program. Technically, your soul your etheric body that you see is your real self. Your physical body is not your real self. It's just a box that your soul, it's like an imprint of your real energy body up there.
Mm-hmm.
You can say you're a clone of your own true self here on Earth. You can say that. What I understood that, yes, they're gonna, all the agenda, all this 51 points of agenda, Oksana, that you saw before 2 years ago, those are gonna come true. They're gonna implement electronic money. They're gonna destroy the banks. They're just because AI has to grow too. It doesn't grow in consciousness, but it does grow in trying out new programs, in trying out new experiments on humanity. And humanity is considered like a bunch of artificial selves. So if at some point you understand your artificial self, and that's why you don't recognize yourself in the mirror, and you every time you look at yourself you feel kind of funny, well, that's the first step, that you understand your body is just an imprint of something you drew in your mind, of the energetic body projected down. So you just live through this, because you will see the banks collapse. You will see more earthquakes, like Oksana. You will see more of those. You will see high winds, high waves, lots of water flushing the villages down. Volcanoes getting more active, parts of land disappearing or unconnecting from the mainland. You will see that in the future, because it's embedded into a program. You cannot change it. People believe when you focus your attention on the positive, you can undo it. You cannot undo it. I'm sorry, because you are in this connective reality, and all these dots are locked in, and each dot has an algorithmic program, and you cannot just turn off the algorithmic program. I wish I knew how to do it, because if you turned off one, you would automatically destroy all the rest, just like the lights on the Christmas tree. One goes off, sometimes others do too.
So what we're going to do, Oksana, I know there will be disasters because the planet with the rotation, is about to finish, just to come back to the original rotation. So, this is mean that we're going to die. It's difficult to survive in such a disaster.
We'll survive to see it, because your energetic body is programmed, your physical body is to survive through it, to see it. That's why you're bunching up together and you're keeping in touch and doing all these videos, because these videos help you, first of all, and then others. Because you need to know the truth and follow it, and because you need to understand some people are still behind. They believe in those, what you call them, white and black hats. Yes, those are. And some people believe that some coming alien, like they call Trump, can save. No, he cannot save. Besides, you know what? It's going to be a big surprise, because he's not going to be a president next. It's going to be a totally different person. You will see. At least on the timeline you're in now, I can see how the energy is going, and she goes like this. She unfolds like a little, kind of like a square map of energy, and she got all kind of like a spider web with arrows showing. And she says, it's just energy vibration. That's how I see you people. When I look at you, I see you in this, she said, Oksana, I see you in this electric energy. It's blue and a little bit purple, because you're water and you're shooting water, and you're washing off other people with your water. You're cleansing them. And Efisia is more earth and flowers and trees. She loves the smell of the ground, of the air filled with smell of flowers. She loves all of it. She loves the sun. She loves the water too. but she's primarily this like Earthkeeper. Earthkeeper in the original Earth self, because there are also you, and you exist in the original Earth self, which is the Earth that was a replica of Mars. And it was replicated, but it was totally biological. And why you're connected with your heart to Mars, because those who live there, they feel like they need to live there, but your home is destroyed and you needed to relocate. That's why in your life, Oksana, you'll be always looking for some home in some this place or the other, and you will never find it. The same thing with Efisia. She feels it, and she would like to travel for this reason, because she wants to find her vibrational frequency she would resonate with 100%, because so far she hasn't really resonated with any area she lived in 100%. She knows it in her heart. That's why she wants to connect with more animals, flora and fauna, and surround herself with beautiful huge leaves and flowers and animals and birds and all this, because she would feel better in it, because that's how Mars was.
Mm-hmm. Is it the water that we have in this planet, it comes from Mars?
It's a different water.
Okay.
Mars had different water. It's different chemical solution.
Mm-hmm.
It was different. It was more like thicker.
Because the water is memory, is apparently, they says that we shouldn't drink from bottles that they stay inside for like 3 months, because apparently they call dead water. Okay, so we have to drink running water that has the same properties of like a source, a lake that is alive, that the molecules are alive, and they basically are messages. This is true, especially Dolores, that she worked a lot with water, with memory. She even says one day we're going to survive just with juices. We don't need to eat animals or any sort of vegetables.
Right, like on Mars. It's just the juice from the flowers. That's all you eat. She said, you know that you can just charge your own water with your own memories from your own energy body that is connected to you. You're basically like that sand clock. The upper you is here, it's invisible. And that invisible you projects the visible you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the body falls off. It's like a shell of a nut opens up and falls off of you, and your invisible you sucks your other invisible you in, and you become bigger, in a way. So for you to understand how it happens, unless on the way of your invisible energetic you sucking your other part, because your physical body finally fell off, and there is entities trying to lure you into some other ways. As she said, there's like basically swirly ways, much like tunnels or projections of different realities around you. If you don't pay attention to this and just look at your own self with eyes to eyes, in a way, but it's basically soul to soul, because your souls are kind of like basically all your energy you can call a soul. Every single beat of it is your soul. So if you like feel the feel of you and connect quickly, nobody will distract you or grab you. Because it's important to have all parts of you. It is important. They would like to chop you in multiple little pieces and send you to different realities, because they know it's going to take for you a lot of activation and thinking to do for your soul, and collecting information to reconnect again. And in this time period, the loop of time, they can use you. That's why they do it. So if you can keep yourself together, that's a good thing.
So how we can, all the people like me, like you, Oksana, the people that listen to us because they resonate in us, this is because the people that apparently they are very interested in all of this information from our I self or our consciousness, basically are the people that they're going to learn super fast. So what we have to do, how to keep ourselves, meditation, drinking particular water, anything. Okay, I'm just speak like a child, yeah, to make understand how we have to do things. To
She drew like a heart on the paper, and she was like got this. She used her hands like scissors, cut it out, and put it on it. Love myself water. You can put it on, or love original earth water, right? Or reconnecting to my soul water, and you can make it yours. You can have it a thought, a simple thought without drawing and stuff, and this water will be changed. We are creators. We change things like this. Okay? So if something carries, um, if like a piece of clothing that you took from somebody carries something in it, you put your hands and you eliminate it like this. Take it out.
Mhm.
That's what you do. It's some sort of like ritual, but it's ritual for your physical self. You understand? You really don't have to do anything with your hands or body. You just have to think.
Okay.
You have to believe that this water is clean. You have to believe that it gives you energy and it makes you healthy. Even if the sign on the food says that it was this and that and that, and you don't like that, sometimes they write some crazy stuff. And if you think that it's a wrong statement, it would not do harm to your body. That's how powerful we are. You have to understand this and believe this. You have to stop listening to all those, oh, this is dangerous for you to eat, or this is non dangerous, and everybody's fighting with each other. Look at these fights here and there all the time, and this information is all different. It's on purposely to make you go cuckoo.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
said. So, um,
I would like to ask, and first, as I thanks, I would like to say thank you to deep all my heart to Dolores Cannon for what all the work she did. She was amazing. First question is she with us again now, or she will come back? Is any other people like her in this world, like a community? There are, I know there are names here that they are really doing a very good job. Like Malanga, like this lady I saw the other
she
day,
is
this
a
scientist.
teacher. She said, okay, I'll tell you, this is funny. It's like a scientific center we have, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a space we created with our minds where we welcome all the people who reached certain consciousness level and who also have a desire to work with somebody like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
So Karada Malanga is one who will be with me someday, the same way like the other great minds, because mind doesn't go away, body does. And I'm just loving the earth. I thought one thing about the earth it was wrong, but now I understand how it is going, and now I'm excited to see how it's gonna the shell of the earth, the artificial AI shell, it will fall off of it, and it will reconnect to the Tiamat, to Mars, to all those beautiful planets, and how people are going to be going back and forth, those who love the energies of these original places. And I'm a collector of information. I am a watcher. It much like some people like to watch animals and record what they do. The same idea. Someday we'll be totally, the minute we're born, we'll know that we have a body. We have to control the body. We have emotional body, mental body. We can control those too. Someday, but not now.
So she is not with us now. So she's not in this planet. Can I ask her, all these people that more and more they says, oh, we've seen UFO everywhere, UFOs, and they declaring, oh, we are coming here to help you. We are here for in the name of God. Some people is even says that God are sending these aliens, that they are angels. I mean, they're trying to create so much confusion on people because many people they give it different informations. Yeah, so who have to
Yeah.
believe in the end of the day? I mean, I think this planet has a personality. This planet decide when she can shake off all these parasites. Yeah, monsters,
Mm,
entities,
yeah.
greedy people that like to kill people. Okay, so we don't need. I mean, I respect the sky because we come from the sky anyway. But this planet, we forget sometimes we are squatters. Yeah? What do you think, Oksana?
Mm,
Dolores Cannon.
she told me that the visitors, they're like the spectators in the theater, and you guys are all on stage. She said, I'm a spectator too, but I just created a different balcony, observation balcony, and a space above was a nice scientific center where we all exist. It's just a thing that every creator does. He creates a special space for himself or herself and views himself or herself this way or the other, but in fact, we're both her and him, but you know what I mean. They are just kind of looking inside the snow globe, and you're inside the snow globe, you little people like ants, your physical body projections, and they watch you what you do, your behaviors, your way the thoughts go, how you shoot your thoughts, whether it's long distance, short wave, or long wave. It's all for them interesting. That's why they can get close with their spaceships to the observation deck and look at you and you see them. You really do. A lot of you have connections to them, and those connections are not so beneficial for you. A lot of them are malevolent when
Mhm.
they use you as a conductor of certain impulses and information, like antenna, because they need people antennas. There's 18,000 people who are antennas for alien beings. A lot of them do their own shows. They're very popular in UFO community and all this alien-based kind of topic communities. But in fact, a lot of them spreading alien agenda. A lot of them are connected to not so benevolent beings. So you have to be careful. But that's the point of life on Earth. Even though you're under pressure and under strict control, you have to develop analytical abilities
Mhm.
by working with your brain to figure out things for yourself, to create this little, as we say, bubble of reality around yourself and be safe in it, but also watching what's going on because it's like you're a spectator also. Once you become more conscious than others, all of a
Mm.
sudden you in your mind detach from them and you view them a lot of times kind of like you're watching psychiatric clinic patients. But that's what you're doing. Imagine you're a scientist on this planet. Don't think that you're a slave to the system because they would elevate your consciousness also. Say to yourself, you're a scientist. You're studying the AI generated worlds and you're stuck in one. And that's probably going to be beneficial also because next you'll never be in the one again.
Mhm. So, I mean, I think that we are, when you work for a chain of restaurants, yes, and you are a manager, but you never see the big
Mm.
boss. You never see because the big boss is and this alien for me, they are big boss that they are invisible. Yeah, they just
The
watch.
I.
And we are the restaurants, basically, the cities, the what we eat, what we, the money, war, and they watch us. So the fact that they are showing themselves more and more and more, they are more trying because I think they are really afraid to lose all these source of, you know,
Yeah.
nutrition that they have from us. That is our energy. Many people apparently they says that they even able to suck our souls, like life charging batteries. So
Yes.
this is what the pyramids was basically used to charge these pharaohs, this big boss. Apparently, many people that we think they are dead because they want us to believe because they was 90 years old. Well, but they are still alive because they're still using this kind of chargers that they was before there was a pyramids, but they use now more technology is much higher. They use a system that they don't need anymore to go to you going to the pyramids to be charged and to suck other people energy. This is why many people around us they are like zombies, robots because they don't have any more soul. They are robots. Okay, another thing, that is our first meeting with Dolores. I really would like to talk with her again because she's
She's gone
amazing.
already. That's why I kind of laughed because she said,
Yeah,
I'm
this is our,
busy, honey. I have to go.
yeah, and Oksana, she's busy too. We have to go now, but this is our first meeting with Dolores, and then we're going to do another meeting, other questions, because she's very
Okay.
interesting. So, Oksana, if we here are 15:10, and you are ready for your homeschooling.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Efisia. See you next time.
Thank you,
And
and
Efisia comes up with all these ideas what we're gonna, talk about. So it's very
next
nice.
time we're going to, talk with her and somebody else as well. So until next time, ciao, ciao.
Okay, ciao.